Hola Spain lovers, hola food lovers, and have I got a treat for you today. I'm going to go into this shop that I have behind me here, which sells authentic Galician empanadas, some of the best in Madrid, I believe, and I'm going to sit down and eat them and compare them to a supermarket empanada. So that's what we're going to do today. So without further ado, let's go and buy the empanadas, find a place to sit down and compare the two. Vamos! Now, I have bought the empanadas. This is the more traditional empanada from the specialty shop. This one here is from the supermarket. I'll show you exactly what's going on in a minute. I found myself a nice park bench in this park here in central Madrid to sit down because today it's a lovely day, around 18 degrees Celsius it's going to get up to. So why not sit in a park and enjoy these two empanadas and show you guys park life here in Madrid. Now, I'm going to go into my shopping bag here. I have a plate. I've come prepared. I've also got a bottle of water that I will put over there just in case I get a little bit too thirsty. I've also got some serviettes here as well. Let's put those on the table just in case things get a little bit too messy. And I've also got a knife in the bag here to cut the empanadas with. I don't want to bring it out just in case I get arrested for having a knife on the streets of Madrid. So I'll leave that there for the time being. So what do we got on the table here? Well, these are the authentic Galician empanadas, apparently one of the best empanadas in Madrid, or at least that's what the shop says. We'll see in a moment. And this is the stock standard supermarket empanada that we have here. First thing I'm going to say is there's a huge difference in price. These ones here, I'll show you the prices in just a moment, but these ones here for a whole one were around 20, 21 euros, I think, maybe 19, 20, don't quote me on the exact figure. And this one here, the entire empanada is 3 euros and 60 cents, I believe, but I'll put the exact prices on the screen in just a moment. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is open the packets up here. The packaging is fairly similar between the two. Let's put these empanadas here. Now, I didn't buy a whole empanada. I didn't buy whole empanadas in the specialty shop. I went for quarters, and I've got 2 quarters of empanadas here. And with the Mercadona variety, I did go for a whole one just because they don't sell them any other way. You can only buy whole empanadas in Mercadona. So let's open this one up here and put this on the table too, and we'll see exactly what's going on. So size-wise, I reckon with these 2 quarters and this one here, it's about the same weight, I would say. Maybe a little bit less here and maybe a little bit more going on over here. But the price difference, wowee. Let's get the exact prices out of the way. So 12 euros combined for the 2 quarters of empanadas that I've got here. One has an octopus filling, pulpo, and another one is a cod and raisin filling. So I reckon they're going to be the specialty ones. They should stand out. Hopefully they're going to stand out. And the price of the Mercadona empanada with mushrooms and chicken, 3 euros and 60 cents. As I said, so quite a price difference between the two. Now, let me get my knife out. Let's try and keep this as concealed as possible. And we'll cut into a piece of this one here first, if I can. It's quite hard to cut into, but I've managed to break a piece off there. Let's cut this in half. We'll get this on the plate. We'll also get some of this one on the plate as well and cut into it. This is just going to be a sample. I'm not going to eat the whole things. So we'll put that one back down there as well. It's just broken off, so I'll put that on my plate. And let me get a piece of this one here as well, if I can cut into it. So what is an empanada? I hear some people asking, people that are not familiar with Spanish cuisine. Basically, it's a savoury pie. A flat savoury pie, different to the pies that we have in Australia, which are a little bit thicker with more filling in them, I would say. In Australia, we have basic meat pies. Maybe you can get some other ingredients in there as well, but they're not too fancy. Whereas here with these empanadas, which I said, one has octopus inside and the other one has cod and raisins, you can see that they are specialties here, and Galicia is the place where they make the best empanadas in the whole of Spain. Not to be confused with the Argentinian version of the empanada, which is a smaller, rounder thing with more filling inside. These are the authentic ones, I think, originating from the northwest of Spain. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is try this empanada here. Which one is it? To be honest, I don't know. I think it is the bacalao con pasas. I think it is the cod with raisins inside. To be honest, I'm not sure. So I'm going to open it up and see, but it's all going to be in the taste. Let me just have a quick taste of this one here. I think I've made a mistake, and indeed this is the octopus empanada, because there's clearly a piece of octopus there. You can see exactly what's going on inside this octopus. And for me, the secret to a good empanada, apart from the filling, is of course the pastry, and that's what makes the empanadas in Galicia stand out. It's the pastry. And I'm going to say straight up front that this is not a similar pastry to some of the empanadas that I have had in Galicia, some of the authentic ones. So that's going to take a few points off this empanada, but the filling is very, very tasty. I can't complain about it. Let's dig in for some more. So inside the empanada, apart from the octopus, there's onion going on as well. There's a tomato base going on inside here as well. Anything else that I can taste? Nothing really, but there could be some more ingredients, and if there are, I'll put them on the screen at the moment. But again, is the pastry of this empanada up to scratch? That's going to be the question. Now, let's go for some of this one here, the bacalao con pasas, or the cod with raisin filling. You can see what's going on inside here. Similar colors, similar base. You've got the onions, you've got the tomatoes, maybe there's some green pepper action going on in here as well. Let's see if we can taste the cod, and let's see if we can taste the raisins. The answer is yes. There is a slight hint of those two ingredients popping out, but it's not overwhelming. And again, I don't think this is the best empanada that I have had in my time here in Spain. Even though the shop says that it is the best empanadas here in Madrid, I've had better. Now, let's try the crust. As I said, it's all going to come down to the quality of the crust. It's a little bit hard for my liking. Let's try this one here, see if it changes. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with these two empanadas, especially for what you're paying for them. €5.50 and €6.50, I think, were the prices. Don't know whether it's worth it. Now, this is going to be the big test. This is the Mercadona supermarket brand industrial empanada, chicken and mushroom filling. Looks creamy, I will say. And again, is the pastry going to be up to scratch? Have a look at exactly what's going on inside this one here. It looks juicy. So the filling inside the supermarket version is decent. I can't complain. I would say that there are some artificial ingredients going on in that empanada. I'm going to check exactly what ingredients are in this empanada. You can see it online here. The main ingredients, as we can see, flour. There's also fried onion. There's some acid correctors. There's some thickening agents as well. You've got chicken meat, 14%. There's also a white cheese going on in there as well. You've got milk, oils, eggs, and some other ingredients there with some dodgy numbers after them. So you can tell that this is an industrial empanada. Hopefully this is more authentic. It doesn't have all of those ingredients in there as well. I think it would be more natural. And I imagine that's what you're paying for, the enormous price difference. But if you don't mind that type of stuff, the industrial quality, this is not a bad snack for €3.60. Enough there for 3 or 4 people. Now let's try some more of this octopus empanada. Give it another chance. See if it redeems itself the second time around. It's definitely a more natural food experience, I will say. Let's try some of this cod and raisin. And again, it's not bad, but it's not that authentic Galician empanada that I was hoping for. It didn't bring back the memories of Galicia that I have. I was there 3 or 4 years ago in Lugo. I had a fantastic empanada, an authentic empanada, and I can still remember the taste of it. And even going back 20 years or so, my memories of the empanadas that I ate in Galicia, the authentic ones, I don't want to use that word too often, but the authentic empanadas from Galicia, a lot better than this, unfortunately. And honestly speaking, if I had an Argentinian empanada like the one that I had a couple of weeks ago, I would prefer that over these two. Now, time to put everything away, pack it up, put it into my shopping bag, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the meal experience today. So my final thoughts, and straight up I'm going to say that I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the food experience today. I was hoping for a lot more, especially from the two authentic Galician empanadas that I bought, which were not cheap, as you guys already know. $5.50 for one slice, $6.50 for the other slice. The total price €12, and I'm going to say a little bit overpriced in my opinion. If I compare it to the €3.60 supermarket variety empanada, if I compare those two slices of empanada to the €3.60 empanada that I bought from the supermarket, for value, for money, I reckon you'd go for that one every day of the week. If you want a little bit more quality, obviously you would pay a little bit more, but I don't think that those were the best examples of authentic Galician empanada, despite what the shop says, saying that they are the best empanadas here in the local neighborhood, or perhaps even Madrid. Far from it, in my opinion. The ratings out of 10 for the octopus empanada, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Can't give it any more than that. And for the cod and raisin empanada, I'm going to give it a 6.5 because I liked that one more. The Mercadona empanada that we saw there, €3.60 for that empanada. Value for money, I will say, but of course it's got all of those artificial ingredients going on inside. So I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10 as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you go for the authentic empanadas and pay a lot more money, or do you go for the cheaper industrial version of the empanada and get your satisfaction that way? The biggest letdown for me was the quality of the pastry. For me, that pastry is not up to scratch. If you want to call yourself an authentic Galician empanada, you've got to do better with the pastry. Again, my opinion only. And to be honest, between this pastry here, the Mercadona empanada pastry, and this one here, can't really tell the difference. So a bit of a letdown, a bit of a disappointment were the empanadas that I have eaten today. Let me know your comments in the section below. If you have tried authentic Galician empanada, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. And if in Madrid you can find better quality empanadas than the ones that I have tried today. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego from Central Madrid.